Hi everybody and welcome back to HomeHeadChef. Today we're going to be making a dark chocolate pumpkin tart. This tart is really good and it makes an excellent dessert for the holidays. Step away from that classic pumpkin pie. First thing we're going to do is preheat the oven to 425 degrees and we're going to start on the crust, so let's step up to the cutting board and see what we need. For the tart crust we're going to need 1 cup of flour, half a cup of cocoa powder, 3/4 cup of white sugar, half a teaspoon of kosher salt, and 1 stick of unsalted butter melted. Now you're going to also need a 9-inch tart pan. I recommend one with removable bottom because it makes it easier to get out of the pan. We're going to whisk together our flour, our cocoa powder, our sugar, and our salt until combined, and then we're going to add in the melted butter. Now it's going to start to get really crumbly. So just get in here with your hands. It's half the fun of baking is making a mess. And that's the consistency that we're looking for right there. Now in our tart pan, make sure it's greased. We're going to take some of our crust. We're just going to add a nice little layer across the bottom and all around the edges. And make sure you pack it down in there nice and tight. Now we're going to bake the crust at 425 degrees for 10 minutes. And while that's baking, we're going to work on the filling. For the filling, you are going to need 1 15-ounce can of pureed pumpkin, 1 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk, 1 large egg, 1 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now we're going to whisk together the pumpkin, the sweetened condensed milk, the egg, the salt, and the pumpkin pie spice until well combined. Once your crust is done, it should look like this. We're going to let it cool for about 10 minutes before we dump in the filling. Once it's cool, we're going to go in with our filling. Spread that around. Give it a nice, smooth, even top. And we're going to bake this at 425 for 10 minutes. Then we're going to reduce the heat to 350 and bake for another 30 minutes. And now that's our beautiful dark chocolate pumpkin tart. Now you're going to want to wait about an hour before you slice into it. Now let's get a bite. The crust is nice and crunchy. The pumpkin filling is light, it's fluffy, it's decadent. This will knock pumpkin pie out of the park. This will be a showstopper at Thanksgiving. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. If so, hit that thumbs up button. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that way you don't miss any of our videos. You can also check us out on Facebook and Instagram at HomeHeadChef. If you wish to support the channel, swing by our Patreon account. Thanks for stopping in. We'll see you next time.